more Theorizer. We're back with another one, and this is another Megamind theory. This one is called The Mysteries of Megamind's Home Planet Solved. We are gonna get into this video here. This is the third Megamind theory that he has done here. Yes. First two were sort of theorizing about Metro Man and how Metro Man's actually the villain for some reason, because everyone fears Metro Man. They have that Stockholm syndrome. He's the hero, but they also fear his power. So, I mean, yeah. But today we're gonna switch it up a little bit, and we're going to find out the truth behind Megamind's home planet, because like you said in the beginning of the first day, we don't really get to hear much about where Megamind came from. All we know is that his planet was destroyed by a black hole, but we are probably going to figure out what really happened and the truth behind Mega something, Mega Planet, or whatever it is. Mega Pluto, Mega fuck.
Yes, I'm back all ready to work some more Megamind, except this time I'm going to temporarily depart from my grand conspiracy of Metro City and instead begin a much-needed mass investigation of Megamind's home planet.
Of course.
As I promised a couple weeks ago, and in fact back in January too. Oh, this will be...
Also, this is only gonna be one video today. I'm going to just do this video today because we're gonna take a couple days to prepare ourselves for part 21, because I know a lot of people want to watch me react to part 21. So don't worry, part 21 is coming. Do not worry. Part 21 will come, and we'll get right into the craziness when that happens, but for now, let's focus on finding out the truth behind Megamind's home planet.
Fun.
Alright. Alrighty then. We need the truth. We want the truth, even.
Hello. I'm the Theorizer.
Hi.
If you recall last video, I brought up a very key point. Megamind's home planet is confirmed to be called Mega Planet.
Yeah, Mega
as
Planet.
seen on this big screen in the corner.
Also
and
Metro
Metro
Planet.
Man's home planet is Metro Planet.
Yeah, Metro
According to the
Planet.
Megamind Jr. novel, there is a mysterious third planet in their planetary system, which was eaten by the black hole before we got to see it, but I'll get to that later.
Okay.
Because we may not know the deepest inner workings of this fallen society, but there appear to be some general rules we can discover by looking simply at the brief scene we get. Megamind is grabbed by his parents as his planet is spaghettified by a collapsed solar body. He is rushed past a monitor that displays a time limit and a diagram of the solar system being demolished. He is rushed to an escape pod, given a minion, and his parents say he's destined for greatness, apparently, before firing him away. So why is he destined for greatness? Why didn't anybody else leave with him? I mean, they have enough technology to allow for this, as we see, and they're an incredibly advanced-looking planet. All of this odd evidence indicates something isn't quite right with the picture. Why did they only save this baby? Did they want to collapse with their black hole? Did they want to, however, send away one super...
That's interesting. That is an interesting question here. Why did they only save the little baby Megamind? Why didn't they save everyone else? Why did they feel the need to save only this one random baby? I mean, doesn't make much sense to only save one of your kind instead of just saving everyone else. Why did they feel the need to single out Megamind and save him? Be like, okay, we're gonna save you. Everyone else can die for all we care. Fuck off. No one matters except for Megamind. Why? It was a bit sussy, don't you think? That's a bit weird. Logic? Where's the logic there? Hello? Well, I mean, this is DreamWorks. There is no logic. And especially so because we're getting really close to Plot 21. There's no fucking logic here. Everything is gonna spiral out of control and I'm gonna go fucking mad. Because I know that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch Plot 21 and I'm going to go fucking mental. Easy. Fucking easy. I went mental with the, First Connections Part 17 one. It's about to get fucking mental.
Smart baby to go to a far less fortunate planet so he could give them their alien benefits? I mean, possibly. I mean, it seems similar also to what Metroman's planet likely intended to do, but why did nobody else escape? They all appear to have super high tech, but why do they wish to destroy all of themselves but one? Seriously. Like, Megamind can easily escape the planet. Why can't the rest of them? They have high tech. We see it in Megamind's toys. Well, maybe they did it to themselves, because maybe, like Metroman and Megamind were destined to, they fought against each other. Seriously, think of Metroman and Megamind's almost innate will to oppose each other. I feel like their races both had some sort of lasting battle or fun.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. It's pretty fucking crazy from what I've known and from what I can remember from Megamind. Because like I said, I haven't watched Megamind in a while, like years. From what I remember from Megamind, Megamind and Metroman are both very, very set on being each other's enemies and beating each other. I think again, it's very, very fuzzy memory. I don't know anything about Megamind. But we're watching these videos anyway because they're integral to the overarching Mort theory, so, I mean, even if I don't know Megamind, I'm still gonna watch these videos because, they will help me understand the rest of the videos here. Ding!
Feud. They'll go down so long as their enemy goes down with them. With their intensely advanced technology, they should have easily been able to predict and evade the black hole, evacuate their planet early and save everyone, but they chose to stay. Megamind's planet wanted this to happen, and so did Metroman's home planet. If they wanted to go down together, which is currently the best explanation for them staying, then I have a question. Did one of them use the black hole as a weapon, say, by hiding it from the other's technology, or even futuristically creating it? I have no proof for it, just what little logic deduction I can use, but as you can see, there's a whole other story here. And I guess it's also expected that, like our government probably would do, Megamind's home planet's government likely hid all of this from the public as there is mass hysteria, but that is likely to be expected, I guess. Megamind was the sole survivor of his planet's cataclysm, but why him? Was he saved because he had an amazing intellect? Well, we don't know for sure, but I think we can assume that his whole race was naturally intelligent.
I mean, there's probably some, like, underlying reason as to why they only saved him, but not everyone else. If we're going off of Megamind being insanely intelligent, like Theorizer said, then his entire race must have been insanely intelligent. So, I don't understand why they would save only one of their intelligent kind if they knew how to escape the black hole. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they just didn't want to. But then that opens, why did they not want to escape themselves? Why did they only choose Megamind to escape? Because, like Theorizer said again, they could have escaped. They had the technology to do so. They just didn't. It was probably a choice by them to not escape. But why? Why? Unless they knew what Megamind was capable of and they wanted to send to Earth. Maybe they knew that he was going to go to the gifted school. Wait, hang on. Hang on a moment. Hold on. I haven't watched this movie, but I can theorize. maybe, hear me out, maybe they knew that he was going to go to this gifted school. Maybe they knew that he was going to go to this criminally gifted prison thing that happens to also own the school. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen Megamind, so please call me out if I'm spitting just bullshit here. Just call me out and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never watched this movie. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
As shown by the big heads. So then, perhaps he was special in another way. Well, how? The only thing that comes to mind is that he was from some sort of special program on their...
Okay, I'm going to do something here. I'm just gonna fix my headphones, my earbuds here, because I'm using earbuds instead of headphones. It's a big bro moment, I know, I'm sorry. It's a huge bro moment, but it makes sense. Okay.
Their planet, or from a family or a group of elite certain people. Perhaps a royal family on their planet, or some other thing that entitled him to be the only survivor by supposed request of the government who knew of the impending planetary demolition.
Maybe.
But survival from the black hole, that's not all his royalties entitled him to. Are we just going to overlook the fact that his parents gave him a damn fish and called it his minion? What entitles him to have a minion? What kind of baby is worthy of a legitimate
It goes back to my theory. Maybe they knew that he would become a villain. That's the only reason that I can think of why they would give a baby a fucking fish and call it a minion. Like, why would a baby need a minion? It makes no sense. Unless the said baby was gonna be a villain. Maybe they knew that he was gonna be a villain, huh? They give him a minion and say, here's your minion for when you become a villain. I mean... am I right? Am I wrong? Comment down below if I'm right or wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to believe it. I want to believe it. I want to believe that they knew that Megamind was going to be a villain. I want to believe that. I want to so believe that. I don't know if that's true, but I want to so believe it.
Certainly no ordinary member of this alien race. Megamind's special. Maybe they birthed him 8 days before the black hole on purpose. They planned ahead and, along with their enemy planet, sent away their greatest legacies while killing themselves. Some sort of ridiculous genocidal dramatic flair between their epic battling. Now, I would say that Megamind's planet was the evil one in the pair, but they seemed fairly nice from the 15 seconds or so we got to see them. It's Metro Man who was inherently narcissistic.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Megamind's parents said that he was destined for greatness, so the opposite side of the coin would be infamy. Not that this is an important point or anything, but yeah, there...
Megamind destined for greatness. Isn't it at the end of the movie where Megamind actually becomes the hero in this whole thing? Like, isn't that the thing that happens? Megamind becomes the new leader of Metro City, and Metro Man kind of fades into, like, obscurity and irrelevancy. Because they raised Metro Man for infamy. That worked. If they raised Megamind for greatness, that worked. Something's going on here. I can tell that something is not right with that. Like, even though I've never seen Megamind, I can tell when something's up. I can tell. I can tell.
Their dominant physical abilities
We
likely
can tell.
would have garnered the
We
same
can
reaction
always
I
tell.
theorized Metro City had on Metro Man, but the planet would have it from the rest of their galactic
I'm sorry, what did you
And
say?
Metro City had... physical abilities likely would, not that this is an important point or anything, but yeah, their dominant physical abilities likely would have garnered the same reaction I theorized Metro City had on Metro Man, but the planet would have it from the rest of their galactic quadrant. And so, all of this comes down to one being. Only one person has the true knowledge of all these societies. Megamind and Metro Man hadn't been fully exposed yet to their worlds before their annihilations.
Yeah.
The rest of both races were obliterated, all but one. Minion. Minion is the only thing that has experience with these societies. Megamind's parents say that Minion will take care of Megamind, so clearly Minion is experienced with their world when Megamind is a baby, and we hear his adult voice yelp when Megamind blows up corn in the school, so he is the only being that knows everything, yet he says nothing about it in the movie. Well,
maybe his parents knew that Minion was gonna know everything. Maybe they gave Megamind Minion as a way of saying, here's someone that knows everything, even about Earth, and he'll tell you all about Earth, and teach you all about Earth. Because he'll, I guess, teach you about being a villain or something. I don't know. I don't fucking know, but maybe.
Oh, let's look closer. He's a fish, a very small fish, with maxed out intelligence for his tiny species. Why? Well, let's look even closer. Minion is clearly intended to be able to handle any planet. H2O is one of the most commonly adaptable materials, if this movie has shown us anything, as both Metroplanet and Megaplanet clearly had an incredibly similar atmosphere to Earth, since Metroman and Megamind both show no negative effects when inhaling our air. So they gave Megamind a minion that could adapt to water so he could fit on any planet Megamind went to as well. I mean, clearly Megamind's family targeted Earth regardless, since it looked aquatic with its blue water and atmosphere, so hence an aquatic minion. But again, we aren't looking close enough. So I looked at Minion, really looked at him, and I found the antenna on top of his head. How did I not notice this? This is never explained. Why is something electronic going on with this fish? What's with the antenna? What is he sending or receiving?
He's not a regular fish.
Inside of this fish's brain. And then it hit me. This thing, this tiny, small, little animal, most likely the main species from that aforementioned third planet, was the only way to fit another person into the escape pod. They needed a small animal who could fit into the pod with baby Megamind because clearly the parents could not. It was also likely a part of the genocidal agreement between the two planets who sent off their prodigies to not send off anyone else with them. I believe this thing was the ultimate workaround. I believe that Megamind's race snuck another one of their own into the pod in the form of this fish. This thing has the transplanted brain of Megamind's brother. Oh, but stupid Theorizer, what proof do you have that it's his brother? Well, sarcastic hypothetical viewer who sounds identically to me, it might not be his brother. It could be, and likely is, an
don't even know if he has a brother, only about evidence we have into I called Megamind's father.
Actual minion or butler of the family. It doesn't matter which acquaintance of Megamind's family it is, but it's an experienced, related member of Megamind's race.
It probably is, yeah.
Fish. Megamind's family likely struck a deal with this mysterious third.
It was probably a way of getting one of their own kind into that escape pod along with Megamind without it actually being one of them. They probably just implanted whatever one of Megamind's pieces into the brain of this fish. And then just gave Megamind the fish and was like, here you go. Never explained at all. Just gave him the fish. Didn't explain. Shot him off the earth and they all fucking died. So, I mean, maybe the fish is the key to unlocking this entire universe. And whatever the hell happened with Megamind's planet, cause wait, hold on.
third planet, in which the fishies got to save one member of their species at the cost of that fish's mind being taken away and replaced with what we know as Minion. And it is an antenna. Clearly it's what Megamind used to allow Minion to tune into his big gorilla suit and control it perfectly. Megamind's family snuck a fish into the escape pod whose mind had secretly been electronically reconnected to a servant of Megamind's government. This let them save one member of that third planet's race while simultaneously breaking their prodigy agreement with Metroman's planet to better benefit Megamind in stopping the true villain in the duo of races they've spared from the black hole, Metroman.
Yeah, I was gonna fucking say that maybe they gave him the fish to stop Metro Man. I mean, why else would they break the agreement of the two planets to not send anyone else from their species? They sent Metro Man. That was the only person they could send from their planet. They sent Megamind. That was the only person they could send from their planet. Unless they chose a third planet to sacrifice one of their own to then implant one of Megamind's own species into the brain of the fish, and then to send the fish away with Megamind, breaking the agreement and allowing Megamind an edge over Retro Man. Makes sense. It makes so much sense. In the context of the movie and in everything, it makes perfect sense. They wanted Megamind to have an edge over the other planet. So they sent a fish from that third unknown planet that has the brain of Megamind's own species. Makes sense. It makes perfect sense. It does make sense.
Another genius
He do be making
prince from
sense.
a dominant and narcissistic race of humanoid supers is the true villain in the duo, as proven near unequivocally in my January logical induction of this movie's Metro City hive mind. Case rested.
Megamind also calls Minion a dim-witted creation of science, meaning Minion was scientifically altered for the proven Mega Planet's futuristic tech, but he's made of organic matter, meaning he was likely born, then changed. Makes sense again. The fish was born, however, then was changed to have the mind of one of Mega Planet's species. I mean, that's the only conclusion that I can come up with, and it's the conclusion that Theorizer came up with, and it makes perfect sense. It makes so much sense. It literally makes perfect sense. And it's wild that a theory like this makes sense.
Click subscribe for more of, whatever the hell this is. If you want to make sure you get my next video, click that little bell and select all notifications as opposed to occasionals, or so YouTube's support team informs me is recommended to recommend. This was an interesting, quick, developmental theory. I suppose the fish could just be a hyper-smart member of that third planet, but I am sticking to my theory that he's the main race of that third planet, because they explain nothing more about it. But I might return to it later, depends on what I continue to think about. Until then, I am the Theorizer.
Alright, so that was an interesting theory. Very interesting theory about, like, Megamind's planet and what really goes on in that movie. I think he solved Megamind. He solved Megamind. I will say that. He solved Megamind. Found out who the true villain was, which is Metro Man, and found out the truth behind Megamind's home planet, which is that they had an agreement with Metro Planet to send one of their own, to save one of their own and send them to Earth, but only save one. They couldn't have anyone else in the escape pod with them. So what Mega Planet did, they went to that third planet, had them sacrifice a fish of their own to then have their brain switched to someone from Megaplanet, so a Megaplanet species. Then they sent the fish with Megamind, called him Minion, and that way they could break the unit and send someone else with Megamind to Earth to then have an edge over Metro Man, have an edge over the true villain of these movies. Makes sense to me! That makes so much sense, and it's crazy that it makes so much sense. But that will be it for this video. That will be it for this video for now. Next video. I hope you guys are ready, because next video will be the one that you've all been waiting for. You've all been patiently waiting for since the beginning of me reacting to these Mort Theory videos. Part 21. The Mort Theory just got real intense. I cannot fucking wait. I literally cannot wait for this video. But I am going to have to wait because it's gonna be like a day or two before I watch it. But make sure to subscribe to my channel. Turn those notifications on and set it to all. That way you will get notified for when I upload part 21. Until then, I am BatterHill24, and I will see all of you in the insanity that is part 21. Later.